Hello? Are we back? Is it working again? Let's hope so. Are we rolling? Have we got success? Oh, it looks like I'm dropping frames all over the shop. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this stream is back up and running again. I was going to go off and do something else for a second, but I think what I'm going to do now... My bladder did break it, indeed. Oh wow, we're dropping frames like a maniac. I don't know what I've done. Just going for a break, just relieving my poor beach ball sized bladder has caused maximum problematicus. Maybe I'll have to quit the stream. Maybe it's New Vegas itself. Oh disaster. Oh disaster. Now I'm going to have to talk away the fact that I can't... Rubber-dub-dubbish. Anyway, let's save the game here. Because I think what's happened is Fallout has caused some grief and we're going to have to quit. But fear not, dear viewers, because Fallout is not my only tune that I play. I have, of course, the never-ending wonder of the world of the tiny. In my little insect bucket that I got from a zoo, I have collected some bugs, and these bugs are quite interesting. So without further ado, let us say...
Microscope, microscopy, microscope, microscopy, 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 microscope.
That's right, the microscope is back and fully functioning, just like your average workaday Death Star. So let's open up the top of this and have a little look and see what we can find inside. Now here's a treat. A fine specimen that I located in the Cotswolds. A beetle. Not just any old beetle either. A delightfully iridescent green beetle. Here we go. Head at the top. Now he's in an unfortunate position where I can't actually get him too central on the microscope, but check this bad boy out. I mean, or girl, we can't be quite sure if it's a boy or a girl, because I'm not expert or adept at beetle sexing, but whatever it is, it's pretty. Oh, disaster! The live viewers are experiencing massive interruptions. Let's hope that we can reconnect. Let's hope that they get a chance to actually see some of this magnificence. Now I believe this beetle is probably still alive because it was kept on the leaf I found it on, which hopefully will be its food, but you can never be quite sure with these things. Damn beetles always breaking streams. What's wrong with you guys? I'm just going to give him a quick poke to see if he's... Oh, it's mobile. It's mobile, so I will be releasing it after this stream. It's just not in the most focusable position. I need to move it to another area, but for now we'll put them aside. We'll reach into our pot and see what else we can come up with. Well, hot diggity dog, wouldn't you believe it? Look what I've found. Dragonflies, or possibly mayflies, I'm not entirely sure, but there were tons of these flying around where I was, absolutely loads of them. As you went to the edge of the lake, they just flew into the air. Look at that beautiful blue colouring. Now that is, I believe, a male, and I think this here is what we could describe as a female. How do I know? Well, when I caught two of them, they were locked in coitus, caught in flagrante delicto, as it were. I thought when I caught this one here that it was actually a mutant because it had like a big blue tail thing sticking out the back of its head, and then I realised somebody's broken their dick off in the back of her head, and maybe she wasn't quite the mutant I'd hoped for. Let's pull this wild mint leaf out that's got one of the dragonflies on it and get a nice closer look. Ah, pants. It fell off the leaf. Okay, let's decant one onto the leaf. Oh god, there's loads of them falling out. Let's put the male and female side by side and see what we can get in the way of comparative biology. Let's see if there are any ways to identify them other than the fact that I happen to spot them having sex. Well, for a start, the colour is definitely very different. This one, who I believe was receiving the sexual act, is obviously in that case a female, is green, and a rather nice looking green if I do say so. Look at that, quite pretty, and look at those excellent wings. I'll have to pull some of those out to have a look at a bit later, because apparently this mass of muscle, pardon me, this mass of muscles that operates the wings is one of nature's, pardon me, this beer burp is unforgivable, is one of nature's great marvels. Let's look at the male. Oh, look at those eyes. I mean, look at those eyes. Sure, his head's twisted up to the side a bit, and his feet are looking a bit weird, but when you look into those eyes, you can really see the nature of compound ocules. Ocules? I'm making no sense, am I? I'm just babbling now. I've been going for too long. It's too late, man, too late. Right, let's have a see if we can get a 200 times. Now that is a lovely view. Look at that. Splendid focus. Let's get in nice and close on the dragonfly's head and see what we can see close up. Oh, you're a beaut. You're a beaut. Look at that. His bonce is hairier than you would believe, and he appears to have 3 yellow eyes set on the top of his skull. Interesting. I didn't think that was something that dragonflies had. Why is it moving? What's going on here? Oh, it's the lens isn't properly secured. Every time I put pressure on the focus wheel, it moves the actual camera. Now those 3 nodules are interesting. I'd be interested to find out what they are, but I'm not expecting expert entomology from my viewers. I mean, that would be a bit of a broad expectation. Let's take a closer look at this compound eye. 200 times magnification should do it. Oh, there we go. We've got the focus. Ah, now we can see the individual elements that make up the compound eye there. Very nice. Apparently their vision is pretty good. I imagine they can probably see in different wavelengths of light as well. Look at this. No one thought the scoundrel would be breaking out the the dragonflies again. I must admit these are a lot smaller. Let's have a look at the wings. This is a 200 times magnification of the wing. They're very, very, very fine. The structure's basically like these little, probably fluid filled, or I suppose they could be air filled, bone-like structures, and with the finest of films over the surface. It's quite intriguing. Uh-oh, my phone's just fallen from my pocket and is slowly tumbling towards the floor. That can't be a good thing, surely. Let's see if we can get this upper. Oh, look at that. A lovely little focus on the edge of the wing there. I mean, how the hell did the blind watchmaker's hand of evolution end up making this? A flying stained glass window. I mean, okay, only one of the panes is stained blue, but it's a fucking flying stained glass window. Let's return to the green beetle and see what we can achieve. Oh, it's on the move. It's on the move, and therefore can probably be decanted relatively benignly without hurting it onto the table. Come on, you'll get to go back outside once I'm done with you. Once you've done your dance in the light. That's it, onto the middle bit. Oh, disaster, I knocked it way out of course. Sorry for all this faff, but that's what you get when you try and do microscopy on live insects. A lot of faff. Come on, down onto the table. Gotcha! Gotcha, you beaut. Let's make sure we can keep this in focus. Oh, look at that. I mean, I would say, how the hell does it look like that? But I know for a fact that the actual insect's shell grows with a nanostructure that reflects the wavelengths of light. Oh, and look at the underside. Oh, there's a treat. Look at that. Now, the whole thing is this iridescent green colour, which I find pretty spectacular. If somehow you could farm these, and you could use them to make, I don't know, jewellery or something. I can't actually think of anything you could make with it, but I imagine a suit of armour made out of this stuff would look pretty special. Come on, let's lay still for a bit. Come on, my weevilly friend. Come on. Oh, look at that joint. Did you see the wiggle in the joint? Not something you hear every day. Did you see the wiggle in the joint? Look at this. This is a magnificent creature. Look at how those legs articulate. Oh my goodness, such detail. I mean, this has absolutely zero to do with games, so we could get banned from Twitch for doing this, but whatever. I mean, look, we've just done some pretty sciencey stuff here. I mean, this bad boy looks spectacular. 6 legs, clearly an insect of some kind. Some kind of beetle or weevil, I don't know. Well, the beetle can, I think, oh, it's stopped moving. Let's see if we can get really close in on this shell and see what kind of texture we can get. Ooh, it's pitted like an orange skin. It does have the look of armour about it, doesn't it? That's in focus, and it's now, that's movement of the beetle, not my movement. He seems to have picked up some fluff on his back. Let's see if we can focus on the leg. Look at that. You amazing little beastie, you. Oh, did you see the foot lift up on that hinge? I'm getting genuinely excited about a beetle that I've captured. Look at that foot. Come on, move your foot again. Let's see that action of how it hinges. There goes the toe up in the middle, or whatever it's called. It's probably not called a toe. Okay. I'm going to put this. I'm going to avoid distressing the beetle and put this one back in the case, and we can return our attentions to the deader stuff, the stuff that's not going to be any further distressed by my activities, because it's obviously been distressed quite a bit already. Oh crap, I've knocked stuff all over the place. Alright, I'm going to take my attention away from the beetle and have one more look at this dragonfly here. I've got 2 males, I think. Let's see if we can retrieve this second male. Nope. In his death throes, he appears to have been stuck to the bottom of the case. I can't get him out. That's not a disaster though, because we still have this fella to take a look at. We can still get a good idea of what the nature of a dragonfly is. Man, this is insane. I'm broadcasting this live on the internet. Potentially anybody in the world could see this. Look at those feet. Look at those little hooked feet. Designed for nothing else but just hooking onto leaves and stems and hanging over water, waiting for prey and hopefully sex. Story of all creation, really. Story of all life. Can I eat it? No. Can I fuck it? No. Then why are you bothering me with it? There we go, back out. The actual part where the wings are mounted, let's take a look at that. I was raving about that earlier. I'll try and get in a bit closer. 200 times on the wing mountings. Ooh, we can get focused there. That's interesting. See, I don't know if this has been. It died yesterday before I found it, so I don't know if this is some kind of mummified, desiccated specimen, or if we're actually seeing that's something that's actually pretty effective, or as life, if you see what I mean. Oh, I appear to have gone too zoomed in. I can't find the wings again. Let's see if we can get one look right in the face of this little beastie, onto the forward facing aspect. See if we can see anything that could be described as a mouth or mouth parts. A mandible, if you will. Is that going to work? Not really. I'm going to have to lift up the leaf and hopefully hold it steady if I want to do that. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Yeah, we need to zoom out considerably. I can't really do a face on. Oh, well, sort of. Not ideal. But not terrible. Not terrible either. Anyway, those are my specimens that were retrieved from my holiday, and hopefully we'll see many more of this kind. Oh, look at this bad boy. I am going to video more of this stuff because, well, it's nice to have, and then I can incorporate it into other little videos that I can send off. But I think for these particular specimens I shouldn't keep them for too long, because it's going to kill the beetle, and these will start to stink the place up if I have them for too long. Dead insects not notorious for their fragrant beneficence. Anyway, I've got to get these things back in here, and hopefully, if I get a chance to stream tomorrow, I will. But I think for tonight, my computer's had enough of Fallout, and it wants me to just quit for a minute. So, thank you for watching. Glad that you could join us. I'm sorry I couldn't go on for longer, Forged. I would go on later for you, but it's just not on the cards tonight. Yeah, have a lovely evening, everybody. See you soon. Bye.